Hi, my name is Jeremy Landau from Targo Consulting, and today we're going to discuss the essentials of a business plan. So you think you need a business plan? Let me ask you a few questions first. How will you get your product to market? What is the need you're trying to address in the market? How will you price the product? Who are some of your major competition? What is your competitive edge over them? If you find yourself having difficulty answering these questions, or you're not sure how to answer them, you're going to need a professional consultant. That's where we come in. We give you a well-researched and well-implemented strategy that helps you bring your product into your market of choice. And it all begins with research. We do a deep dive to help you identify the market you're trying to break into. We show you the size of the market and its growth potential. We do the same for the problem. We identify the size of the problem. How big is it? And why is it necessary to be solved and tackled in the first place? From here we can outline your competition, show what current solutions exist on the market, and help you establish a competitive edge over them. We know there's going to be some bumps along the way. We help you identify certain barriers to entry, such as regulation. And we can help you establish sales channels to help you get your product to consumers and give them the value that they desperately need. A common problem that a lot of firms looking to break into a market assume is that the whole market is theirs as opposed to just the people that are actually using the platform itself. Let's take this e-grocery application as an example. This e-grocery platform allows people to buy food from supermarkets online in an innovative way. Now, how do they make money though? How does that work? What is their market value? Now, it's that 3% that you can see there. The way that that works is, let's say a person spends $100 at a supermarket or buying food from a supermarket. Then $3 of that entire purchase will go to the platform as a conduit. You can multiply that 3% times the total market value, which we see is projected to be $150 billion by 2025, to get our total attainable market value of $4.5 billion. Utilizing data is essential when addressing your total available market. It shows investors that you're serious. It shows them that you've done your homework and that you're ready for the big leagues. Data is also so important when addressing all other subsequent parts of the business plan. Let's take the problem, for example. When we look at this company that provides IT companies with solutions, we can see that there is a problem. That for large companies in the United States, it could be up to $2 billion in damages for any unplanned critical infrastructure failure. And hourly speaking, for any unchecked issues, could be upwards of $100,000. Other data that is incredibly important for investors to see is your value chain. Basically, how much money are you going to make in the process of getting your product to consumers? We can see here by this automatic toothbrush that essentially works to eliminate human error when brushing your teeth and removing the greatest amount of plaque for the most effective results, that there are 3 different sales channels that they could use, whether that's through e-commerce, through retailers, and other middlemen such as dentists is another sales channel. We can see that there's a markup for each segment that the product goes through, and that will affect the amount of revenue that the company will pull in. Outlining your competition is an essential part of the business plan and a big part of the research that we do for you here at Targo. An investor really would want to see competition. They want to see what other alternatives exist in the market, and even if there's a better product. Competition is also incredibly important to understand how to benchmark the pricing of your product and some of your marketing strategy. A seasoned investor will be really skeptical if you tell them there is no competition operating in your space of the market. Let's take an example here of this platform that connects influencers to brands. You know, influencers are those people that post to social media and have tons of followers and get money based on the amount of likes they get on posts. For example, an influencer like Bar Raffaelli can make up to 60,000 checkout per like for a product that she's advertising. We can see by the following chart that there is a lot of competition currently in the market, and there are a lot of ways that you can measure this competition, such as which platforms does this application work on, and what is the monthly traffic. We can see that FameBit is the most successful of the competition, and that should be no secret as it was picked up by Google not so long ago. Let's get down to brass tacks. The heart and soul of any business plan is the business model. It's here where you outline who your target market is, who your target audience is, what's your go-to-market strategy, and most importantly, how will you make money? This is what an investor wants to see. How will you give them the return on your investment? You can outline your revenue streams here, your pricing, your marketing strategies, and how much a user is valuable to you and at what cost. When outlining the business model section of your business plan, especially for business to consumer products, it is incredibly important to outline how much value a user brings to a company and at what cost. Remember that e-grocery application we discussed earlier? You know, the one that allows you to purchase foods in supermarkets online in an innovative way? Well, in order to calculate the lifetime value for this one product, all you'd have to do is multiply that 3% times the potential annual purchases that you'll make at a supermarket, which we could assume is $3,000. From there, you multiply that number times the assumed lifetime value that a user will use the service. In this case, let's say it's 2 years. When all is said and done, the lifetime value of the product when multiplied together is $180. However, that's not everything. To find the net lifetime value of a product, you need to subtract out the user acquisition cost. What is the user acquisition cost? This basically is the cost that the company incurs in bringing in users to their service, through marketing or other means. We'll assume in this case that it's $40. Therefore, to find the net lifetime value, all you'd have to do is take this $40 from the $180 lifetime value to get a total net lifetime value of $140. Another essential part of the business model is talking about how you're going to get to the market. How will you engage your consumers to then begin to price the product and explain your marketing strategies. Remember that automatic toothbrush that we mentioned before? Well, we can see here that 3 of its competitors have utilized crowdfunding sites in order to raise capital. These crowdfunding sites, such as Kickstarter and Indiegogo, allow these products to raise money without incurring any manufacturing costs. All you would need to do is develop a prototype and then make a video that demonstrates how the product works. Investors will see it and the money will come pouring in. Another essential part of your business plan will be the financials. This will tell investors a story of how you'll be successful, how you'll generate your revenues, how you'll manage your costs, and how your personnel will grow year over year. In the end, an investor will really want to see how your success will translate into their return on their investment. The financial section is split into 2 categories, budget items and cash flow items. Now let's take a deeper look into see how these are broken down. Let's start by outlining some cash flow items. We can see on the financials here for the e-grocery platform that it outlines the revenues and operating activities such as marketing and sales, research and development, and general administrative expenses. We also see there's a section for CapEx that all are factored into your net cash flow. An investor wants to see at the end of the day that you'll have a positive net cash flow, and we can see that this platform reaches that goal by year 4. Another key aspect of the financials that you need to show investors is what your revenue streams are, whether that's through direct sales, indirect sales, or licensing your technology to third-party producers. Each part will go into the total revenue that you will need to show investors to prove to be successful. An important cost to make investors aware of are your personnel costs. Here you will outline each department and how many people will be in each department, based on the salary that they'll have. Each department will grow at a consistent rate, therefore the cost will grow along with it. Investors need to see this if they're going to continue to invest in your product throughout its life cycle. Once you've done all that, congratulations, you've got yourself a business plan, and we're here for you every step of the way. Here at Targo, we help entrepreneurs and startups reach their full potential, and we'd be glad to help you reach yours.